Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. So in today's lesson, I am going to tell you about set. So what is set? A set is a collection which is unordered and unindexed. In Python, sets are written with curly brackets. So for example, here I have some elements like red, yellow, green and blue. So if I want to put these elements in a set, I will enclose them within curly brackets. So opening curly bracket and closing curly brackets. So here red is my element 1, yellow is my element 2, green is my element 3 and blue is my element 4. If I want to put my set in a variable, I will use a assign operator and I will give a variable name. So for example, colors. Here colors is my variable name. So in this colors, my whole set is being assigned. The property of the set is that it does not allow any duplicate values. So for example, here is my set. In this set, red is repeated twice. So set will drop down any one of the red from here. So my original set will become like this. So remember that the property of the set is that it does not allow any duplicate values and the output of the set is also random. Remember that the output of the set is also random. For example, here is my set. In this set, I have some random integer values. So my output will be like this, in which no duplicate values will be there and my output might be random, or my output will be like this. So for example, here a is equal to, inside the curly brackets I am taking some elements. So for example 1 comma 30 comma 100 comma 111. So these are my elements and I will write print. Simply for printing the set, I will write print, and inside the brackets I will call my variable, so which is a here. So if I run this program, it will give me random output as 1, 100, 30 and 111. So you can see that my values are these 1, 30, 100, 111, but my output is 1, 100, 30 and 111. So this is not same, it is random. You can also see that if I write 1 so many times, but in my output there will be 1 at only once. So my repeated values are automatically dropped from my output. My next topic is how to access item in a set. You cannot access item in a set by referring to an index number or a key, but you can loop through the set items using a for loop or ask if a specified value is present in a set by using the in keyword. So my next topic is loop through the set values or set items. For looping through the set items, I use the for loop. So for example, here is my set and I will write for I in colors and I will print and I will call the variable I, and I will also remember the intent. So my output will be red, purple, green and blue. Here if I want to use the for loop, I will write for I in A and print I. So if I run this program, my output will be 130 and 111. Remember that the duplicate values will be dropped out and the output is also random. My next topic is find item in a set. To find item in a set, I use the in keyword. So for example, here is my set and I want to find whether yellow is present in my set or not. I will write if yellow in colors. So if this statement becomes true, it will print my desired output. So it will print yes, yellow is present in color list. So you can write any statement here. If this statement becomes false, it will not print anything. So the condition is here is if this statement becomes true, it will print my desired output only when it is true. So my output will be yes, yellow is present in color list. If I want to find the specified item in a set, for example, if I write if 30 in A and I will write print A. So here, if this statement, if statement becomes true, it will print, yes, I am giving a sentence here, I am giving a text, yes, it is present. So if this statement becomes true, it will print this statement. So if I run this program here, because 30 is present in my set, it will run this statement. So for example, if I write 300 here and I run this program, it will give me blank output. Why? Because this statement is now false, so it will not run this statement. So this statement will not run, so my output will be blank. My next topic is change item in a set. Once a set is created, you cannot change its item, but you can add new items. So remember that once a set is created, you cannot change its item. So you can only add new items in a set. You cannot change its old items. My next topic is how to add new items in set. To add one item to a set, use the add method. So to adding only one item, to a set, use the add method. So for example, here is my set, and in this set I want to add pink. So I will write print. I will print colors dot add, and inside the brackets I will call my new element, or I will write the new element. So inside this bracket, for example, I will write pink. So this pink will be added to my set in any position. So here it is adding at the end, but it can be added at any position because set is random. It is unindexed. So here this pink is my element 4. So for this, if you write print colors, so you are calling this variable colors here. So if you write print colors, the output might be red, green, yellow, pink, or it might be red, pink, green, yellow, or it might be pink, red, green, yellow, or red, green, pink, yellow. It can be anything else also. So the output of set is always random. To add more than one item to a set, use the update method. So for adding more than one item, you will use the update method. So I will write colors.update, and inside these brackets, I will give my elements in the form of list. So here I am writing pink and blue in the form of list. So this element pink and blue is inserted into my set in any random position. So it can be inserted like this. So blue and pink. So this pink and blue can be inserted in any position because set is random. For adding single item, I will write a. So a is here my variable name, a dot followed by add method, and inside this bracket I will give my one element. So for example 60. So now if I write print and I will call a. So if I run this program now, it will give me my output as 100, 111, 60 and 30. So here this 60 will be inserted into my set and will be at the random position. So remember the properties of set. It will drop down any extra values, and the output is also random. You can use update method to add more than one values in your set. So for example, here I write a dot update, and inside the bracket in the form of list I will give my elements. So for example 33 comma 200 comma 10, and last for example 1000. So now if I write print and I will call the variable which is a here. So now if I run this program, my output will be like 1, 33, 100, 200, 1000, 10, 11, 30. So these elements will be inserted at random position. You can see that these elements is inserted at random position, not in the sequence manner. So you can say that set is altogether is a random process. Find the length of set. To find length of set or to find the total elements in a set, we will use the len function or len method. So we will use the len function. So here for example, I have a set. So here red is element 1, yellow is element 2, green is element 3, and blue is element 4. So there are total of 4 elements in my set. So if I write print in bracket len and inside brackets I will call the variable which is colors, it will give me my output as 4. Why? Because there are total number of 4 elements in my set. To get total number of elements in a set, I will write print and len. I will call the len function, and inside the bracket I will call my variable which is a. So now if I run this program, my output will be 4. Why? Because if I count, so I will count it as 1 and 32, then this is 3 and this is 4, and these elements are all repeated elements, so it will be dropped down. So they are originally 4 elements in my set, so my output will be 4 here. My next topic is drop item from a set. So to remove an item in a set, use the remove method. So for example, here is my set and I want to remove green from here. So I will write colors dot remove, and inside the brackets I will give the element which I want to remove. So for example, here I am writing green. So it will remove the desired element and my set will become like this. You can also use the discard method to drop an item from the set. So for example, here is my set and again I want to remove green. So here instead of writing remove colors.remove, I will write colors.discard, and inside the brackets I will give the element name which I want to remove. So from here green will be removed and my set will become like this. So what is the difference between remove method and discard method? If the item to remove does not exist, remove will raise an error. So if the item to remove does not exist, remove will raise an error. And if the item to remove does not exist in case of discard method, discard will not raise an error. You can also use the pop method to remove an item, but this method will remove the last item. Remember that sets are unordered, so you will not know what item that gets removed. So remember that sets are unordered, so when using the pop method, you will not know which item that gets removed. The del keyword will delete the set completely. So if I write print inside the brackets, I will call the variable colors, here colors. So it will give me my output as error message, name colors is not defined, because my colors variable is being removed or is being deleted with the help of del keyword. The clear method is used to empties the set. So it will totally empty the set. To drop down any value, I can use a dot remove method, and for example I want to remove 100, and now I will write print a, and if I run this program it will remove 100 from my output. And for example I will write here 1000, but 1000 is not present in my set, so this remove method will generate error. So it is generating error. And I can also write discard. So I can also use discard method for removing 100 first of all. So if I run this program, it will print my output as 130 and 111, and 100 is removed. And here also if I write 1000, but this method will not give me error. It will not give me any error. It will give me my output as 130 and 111, and it will ignore this 1000 because 1000 is not in my set. You can also use pop method to remove any random element. You also know that pop method will remove the last element, but in set all elements are random, so you don't know exactly what is the last element in the output. So this pop method is very dangerous. It will remove the random element. So here if I write a dot pop and brackets, and I will write print a, and if I run this program, my output is 130 and 111. So it removed 1 from the output. So pop method is very dangerous in terms of controlling. So this pop method will remove any random element from the set. For emptying my set, I will use a.clear method. So if I write print a, if I run this program, my set is become empty now. So there are no elements inside my set, there are no elements. For deleting the whole set, I will use del keyword. So I will write del and followed by variable name which is a. So now if I print my variable which is a, it will give me name error. So if I run this program, it will give me name error. Name a is not defined. You can use the union method that returns a new set containing all the items from both sets. So for example, here is my variable 1 and here is my variable 2. If I want to join these two sets, I will write color is equal to color1 dot union, and inside the bracket I will write my variable 2. So if I write print and I will call the variable color, it will give me my output as red, green and yellow and purple. So it will join the two set. So union method is used to join two set. For joining two set, you will use the union method. So for example, here A is my set 1 and I will take B is equal to 222, comma 333, comma 101, comma 555. So here my set 2. If I want to join these two set, I will write C is equal to A dot union, and inside the brackets I will call the second variable which is B. So if I print C, if I run this program, it will join two set, but the output will be random because you know the property of the set. So the output will be random, but it will join A and B. So output will be the join of A and B. My next topic is set constructor. It is also possible to use the set constructor to make a set. So here if I write colors is equal to set, and inside the brackets I will give my tuple. So this tuple will be converted to set, and I can also give, instead of tuple, I can also give list here. So this list will be converted to tuple, will be converted to set. So here if I write print and inside bracket I will write colors, so it will give me my output as in the form of set. For creating a set, you can also use the set constructor. For example, A is equal to set, and inside the brackets, for example, I am giving a tuple. So 3, 4, 5, 1. And if I write print A, my tuple is converted to set now. And my output is random because of set property. And I can also give list inside the set constructor. So if I run this program now, my list is converted to set. So is my output, and my output is also random. Thank you for watching my video. Please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you. Jai Hind.